welcome back to A City Planner Plays City Builders. Today we are going to try to beat the fixed traffic scenario. So we're going to be playing in the city of Appletown. And the whole issue with this scenario is that we are working in a city where a very inexperienced mayor designed a roadway network that doesn't work and doesn't make sense. So, though the city's making tons of money, it's completely choked in traffic. And there are other issues as well that this traffic problem has created, such as an inability to effectively collect garbage. And wow, look at these collectors everywhere. Stop sign, stop sign, stop sign. So there are some small things we can do to make things better up front, I think. All of these trash facilities on cul-de-sacs, that's probably not helpful. And then we have these interchanges that are kind of nuts, and no local roadway connectivity between the eastern and western half of the city. So we can make some transportation fixes. I think there are also some land use decisions that are questionable, to say the least. Having industrial right in the middle of all of this commercial activity is probably not wise. Same thing over here. I think that our utilities are also overbuilt. So a number of things that we can remedy and fix and improve. So I think we're going to get started right now. Okay, so I'm starting over. One of the reasons for that is I failed, and I don't want to fail. I'm going to keep doing this until I beat it, because I am persistent and maybe a little crazy. So I think the way I'm going to start is actually to try to create a bypass. It's not something that I've tried before, but things here are so mucked up that I think it might be the most beneficial solution for the city at this point. It's to bypass everything, get traffic moving on the outside of the city, and once it's working on the outside, get things working on the inside. So there are lots of problems here, but this would be one way that I could connect the city. Steep slope, no problem. We'll just keep messing with it until it works. And I really want to have a lot of local connections to this road to try to get some of that local traffic off from the highway network that is terribly broken. Okay, so this might seem like an odd way to start, but if there's anything that I've learned by playing this scenario, it is that population, it's easy to fix the traffic here. I've got this down to an art at this point. I can get traffic down to, I got it as good as, what did I have it at one point? 93% without transit. So that's no problem. A problem is actually getting the population to stay above 25,000. So I'm going to focus on that right now. So this might seem like a very, very unconventional way to start. It is. Honestly, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I feel like there's a chance. And we're going to take advantage of some of the other things that I have done in my failed attempts, such as fixing this mess, but I think what might be even better is to create a loop around the city. So I am going to eliminate, let's see what zoning this is. Okay, it's all office. So let's get rid of this madness here. just kind of blast our road through. Got our roadway connection here. Slopes too steep. Okay. Well. And then let's connect up our roads down here and get this small playground moved. We'll get simming again. You know, eliminate some of this unnecessary infrastructure. Oh, it is now necessary. And let's get some more local roads connecting up. Now this part's going to be a little bit more challenging. I'm going to try to get it basically as close to the edge of the map as I can. Let me eliminate those power plants. They're unnecessary anyway. And let's get this road in the map. We'll get rid of these and bring it right up here. I'm gonna loop right around. There we go. We've got our bypass. Let's get our connections. So generally I'd want to have access management down here and not have quite so many roadway accesses to this area or to this new collector, but at this point with the limitation regarding the population, I think it's just more important that this functions and that we're getting people on this road. Okay, so we started out at 63, we're currently at 58. We've made things worse for now. Adjust this road. This is now a priority road, and let's look at all the junctions. You hop on this ring, you don't have to stop. Doesn't matter where you're going in the city. So in essence, I've cheated and made a local road that connects every local road with one quick loop. So this was the biggest problem I was having before, is it was darn near impossible to get local roads connected while maintaining population. But I think this is going to work. Something's not working. My guess is they can't deliver power, or they can't deliver raw materials to the power plants. Yep, that is the problem. I'm going to dezone some of this industrial because I think that's half of the problem. Let's hope we can get our financial house back in order. Might need a small loan to fix this. Or a big one. Let's get some power that's not dependent on deliveries. Then we can eliminate these other power plants that are reliant on them. Oh, I made a mistake. I think we're getting closer to where we need to be. Let's throw on power usage and see if that fixes things. Oh boy, that makes me uncomfortable. Let's not have power usage on. Try to get our finances back in order. Just enough to get another windmill or two. I'd really love to get one next to these, some of the core infrastructure. Try to get this remedied. Get power there first. So our power situation should be mostly okay now. Our consumption's jumping up. Phew. I don't want to do this, but I think I'm going to have to. Let's make a quick ramp. We are going to make it ugly. Just wanted to function at this point. And the hope would be that we can get some of this freeway traffic directly to our power plants over here. This is a huge problem. If we don't get this under control, the city will die. Not enough fuel, costing us a ton of money. People are still moving in here for some reason. Don't quite get it. Let's just eliminate this and see if that fixes things. We'll force all of this traffic to come to our new interchange. And let's play with our junctions here for a minute. I guess the nice thing is we keep generating money, so it's allowing us to replace those plants. Eventually, maybe we'll have enough to eliminate them altogether. Oh, our population is plummeting. Ooh. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like fuel is making it to these power plants for some bizarre reason. Okay, our population's going back and we're making money again. That is an incredibly positive development. Maybe we can salvage this thing. Okay, one of our plants is back online. I'm going to eliminate the other one and start making some money again. That was wow. I did not like that at all. Okay, so let's get back to what we were doing. Looking at our junctions. I have the delete tool on, so I need to not have the delete tool on. All right, so I need to fix this lack of connectivity in this area. And really everywhere. So one of the things I think would be helpful would be to have a high-tech hub. Maybe that would take some of the pressure off the industry that we're seeing, because there is a lot. The other thing, so we have this big highway thing happening here. I want to get rid of all of this and replace it with a collector road. Or just eliminate it altogether at this point. It's not really necessary. Why don't we just do that? So we're going to force this traffic onto our bypass. Oh, that was so helpful. So we just got $300,000 for doing such a great job managing the traffic in the city. And I can't really think of anything that we need more right now than money. Let's try to do this a little bit clean. Okay. Here's a priority road. Wasn't functioning like it was. Okay. So we've got that. Oh, our power plant over here doesn't have water, and that could have been our main issue. Let's see where we're at with power now. Yeah, shoot. I'm embarrassed. That was a silly mistake. Let's get our production back in line now. Okay, let's see where we're at with traffic. We're at 74. It's just adding this ring road did that much to get the traffic off this highway. And I eliminated all roadway access to this neighborhood. So let's fix that. I think it would be beneficial to have more local access through here. So I'm gonna have a road come through here. So that's a big benefit, I think. And now our population's going up again. Let's continue to make some improvements. We have to look at our junctions. Okay, we have all of our death care over here. Let's connect that up as well. Let's take a look at what's happening over here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put the industrial hub in this area, but not before making some local roadway connections through here. So as much as I want to connect that through right now, I do not want to demolish those single family homes. Okay, let's get rid of all of the one-ways through here. These are no longer beneficial. It's really more of an attempt at solving transportation by looking at the routing. It's not really all that effective. Okay, so I'm going to zone all of this high-tech down the line. But I'm going to eliminate basically all of this in just a moment. Because that was terrible. So we'll make some connections through here and relocate some of these facilities. Let's get this placed along a road. It's the university. That's going to be very important for our high-tech industry. Okay, so we kind of have the backbone of a roadway network here. And I think it's going to be good enough for our purposes. Put some housing around the university. Let's see, this thing is for some reason emptying, so let's stop that. Now I'm going to try to clean up this zoning a bit. Okay, not power going to this area. That's a problem. Fix that. And now I'm going to just basically take all of this area and make it high tech. Empire Hills, I like it. And I think that's going to develop quickly, no problem, and provide some employment that is much needed if we want to eliminate some of the industrial, which I would like to do. Particularly the industrial that's located in this residential area. So now I think we need to start looking at this. We can start making some improvements here. I think the city's stabilized to a certain extent. I think I'd like to eliminate this industrial area in its entirety. Let's just do a classic grid over here. Get rid of some of these unnecessary power lines, and then I think I'm going to grid out some residential housing. Just want to double check our power to make sure we're okay. Okay, we're good. Last thing I'd want to see again is another snafu with power. It's pretty plain to see how quickly things can turn sideways when power is concerned. Okay. So you might be wondering, why am I doing this? Well, I want an area that can kind of support me if things go sideways. So I want a whole bunch of residential, high density residential that I can fall back on as I make changes in the other part of the city. So I could also use some parks. So why don't we have a gateway park kind of? We'll do it on both sides of the road over here. Do the same thing over here. Again, not building for aesthetics, building for function. So let's just make everyone in this area super happy. Let's check in our traffic. 80%. Okay, and with the next changes I'm gonna make, I know it's gonna get to above our 82% threshold. The question at that point is gonna be, can we keep our population high enough? Let's see. Okay, we're doing well there. So there are way too many interchanges here. So I'm gonna try to take a light hand with this and just kind of reduce things a little bit. In fact, why don't we just get rid of all of these? If someone wants to get on the highway, they can do it down here. And I know that these are all collectors, but I'm going to modify them so that they work like they are local roads. And I'll do that by changing the junctions. So I'll load this up with industrial. So I was thinking I might not do this. I might change the use of this entire area. I don't think it's necessary to accomplish our goal. Let's get everything zoned, and let's look at our water lines. Okay, water is now efficiently being delivered. All right, so let's take a look at this area and our junctions. I think we want to give priority to the road that all the freeway traffic is coming off from. Okay, now we have a bunch of crazy one-ways over here that we need to fix. I don't know why all of these one-ways are here. They don't really make any sense. Okay, so we have all of this industrial mixed in with our residential, and that's not a good location for it. So sometimes you need transportation solutions, sometimes you need land use solutions. And this is a bad bunch of land use decisions right here. So my guess is we are there for traffic flow. Now we need our population to get in line. So let's figure out what some of the problems are. I know that fire coverage is a problem on this map. So we are going to remedy that. If our industrial areas don't have adequate fire coverage, the buildings can't level up. Same thing with our commercial, same thing with our residential. You can already see our population starting to jump now that I've added a couple fire stations. You could even probably place a smaller one. So we've dramatically lowered our fire hazard. Let's do one more over here. Oh, but we gotta let some of our buildings zone up. Let's see. Not enough buyers for products. Some of that is just our city needs to fill in. So in the meantime, let's look at some junctions again. lots of stoplights for no apparent reason. So to make these function like local roads, I will eliminate some of them. And this will continue to improve traffic flow, even though we don't really need it at this point. So schools, we have capacity, university capacity is low. That is expensive, and I don't think even with a loan we would get there. We would not. So we might have to just wait for that. Let's see if there are ways that we could improve our financial situation. Not really. So there's industrial demand, and that is about it. Let's make sure that we have water in these areas. Okay. All right, our population's jumping again. That's good. So we just need to do whatever we can to continue to increase the population. I see some buildings are starting to fill in. Tourism might be helpful. Let's see. Why don't we make a tourism and entertainment district? Cargo hub might also be helpful, so we'll do that as soon as we have enough money. So we'll do tourism down here. We'll do entertainment up here. Well, apparently a little district down there as well. Okay, leisure, tourism. I'm gonna do another one right here. We'll do organic and local produce. Okay, so let's see how much money we need for this cargo hub. We need a bigger population. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. And we don't have any rail connections, unfortunately. So we're stuck with what we have there. But our population's going up again, so that's good enough. Just have a bunch of crazy land uses just to meet our needs. Let's have another district. People do more high tech. We've got water here. At this point, it seems like nothing I do, because there's so much available zone land, is going to really make much of a difference. The only thing I could think of at this point would be to look at our policies and try to improve things there. All right. So those couple of policies. So I wanted industrial space planning. We'll do big business and small business enthusiasts. Let's also give tax relief to offices and see if that helps. I'm leery to do that to residential because we have so much of it. We could end up running a deficit. I would actually probably feel more comfortable. First of all, let's just pay back this loan. And then lowering taxes slightly for residential. In fact, let's do it for high density because there's not nearly as much. Let's see how our trash collection. Okay, this is probably one of the issues. Load up. Right on our ring road. Efficiently moving trash around. Oh, break it down a little bit there. Traffic flow's still good though. So I'm not gonna worry about it. As long as the city's happy, I'm happy. This local road connection is crazy busy. Let's make this connection through here. Okay, and we're gonna need to look at these junctions now that we've placed these, and I'm just gonna eliminate all of the stop signs and traffic signals. Same thing here. Let's have a free-for-all. It'll work. And now, let's have one more junction over here. One more over here. Oh, actually, this industrial area, we don't really have any connections. So let's make them all before I worry about junctions. Let's do them all at once. So we're good there again. Population still slowly but surely going up. Let's watch this fill in for a minute. So I'm starting to worry about how long this is taking. Like I mentioned, we have 4 years to accomplish this. We are 2 years in. So the city's growing, it's just not growing as fast as I would like it to. Let's see if there are some other issues. I wonder. No natural resources that I could use to change this industry. Ooh. Score. We are going to change this entire industry area to be an egg industry with a bunch of collector roads going through it. It'll be crazy, but it'll work. So this will reduce pollution and hopefully make this area more desirable. See where we are at. Healthcare. Hospital would be really useful. The average health of citizens in the city is not so good. It's that loan I just paid back. Let's take it back out. Everyone loves that. Not the most realistic connection, but that will really help my healthcare accessibility to this other part of town. Let's look at our policies again. If we filter industrial waste, it should improve the air quality in this area. Sense of happiness is going up. Pollution. Got lots of pollution right there. The other thing we could do is improve our water situation and not have poo water everywhere. So we currently have this. So one normal drain pipe does the work of 4 of these eco outlets or 4 of the eco inland or 1 of these approximately. So both water and water treatment are now becoming issues. So now we have lots of water available. We got rid of this polluting thing over here. Let's do it with the tax relief. Let's look at our road repair. This could be another problem. Okay, so it seems like there's a hump that we can't get over with population, and I'm really hoping that I can force it. And we are starting to get low on time, so it's very important that we can force it. Let's see how we're doing on power. We're doing all right. So I'm just trying to fill in areas that should already be served by utilities. Low cost proposition there. 90% traffic flow. It's just that population issue. Getting very close. 31,000. Okay, more areas already served by utilities. Let's again look at our junctions. So we added a couple. Or one at least. Alright, people still moving in. Maybe they just didn't like the areas that were available to them before. New single-family residential neighborhood. See if we can attract some people there. Throw a little park in to get things started. How are we doing on schools? Elementary school would be very useful. Continuing to just build out these local or these residential neighborhoods. Slowly filling in about 100 residents at a time. But that's good enough. It's going to get us to where we need to be, and hopefully fast enough. And there's honestly not much else I want to do before reaching the population we want to get to. So that's kind of one of the things I'm struggling with is I think we're in a good spot. Obviously always a little bit more that you could do. But okay, things are speeding up, 200 a week. That will get us there quickly. Let's make sure we're still in a good spot with traffic, 89%. You zoom out, it's looking a lot better. So obviously still have portions of our roadway network that are still interesting to say the least. That local road coming through here is really congested compared to the rest of the network. It's still not bad, but let's see if I make a key connection across the highway. If I can force this to go a little bit faster. $900 more people and we have beat this scenario. Just for my own benefit, I take out a last loan, and I really want a roadway repair facility. Ooh. Maybe that wasn't such a great idea because we need power. That could prevent us from reaching our goal. So now I'm regretting that decision a little bit. I think we're gonna be all right. It's very close on the energy production. I think what I didn't think about is that once we speed the roads up, it's going to improve industry and it's going to want to level up. Let's put one more power plant down. Once we have enough, then we'll look at our roadway condition. That is helping out quite a bit. Traffic flow is still good, even with these terrible interchanges over here. We are gonna reach our goal. We're gonna finally beat the traffic scenario. Oh, so close. So close. All right, 14. 15 more. 6 more. Beat it. All right. Finally, traffic flowing as it should. No more stressful hours spent stuck in traffic for the people of Appletown. Thanks to you. Citizens salute you, oh noble traffic hero. All right. And that will do it. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this is a long video, but I had a lot of fun doing this. It was a challenge. I think we were able to stick with the city and keep some of the bones in place while still improving and getting the population to where it needed to get. Let's take one more look around at the traffic network. Things are flowing smoothly, and this ring road is to thank. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Let me know if you want me to do more of these scenarios, or if you'd like me to get back to Bluffside Crossing. Happy to do that too. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so, and hit the notification bell if you want to know when I release new videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.